everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Hina. Today we are making Ghanian meat pie. I do not have meat, that's why I chose chicken for this recipe today. All you need: salt, pepper, turmeric, all your spices of your choice, ginger, garlic, onion, and pepper. And this is how I chop them. It's basically onion. Usually I use green pepper, but here I have orange pepper and ginger, garlic chopped. Next you will fry your onion. Make sure you just fry them to golden brown. You don't need to brown them too much, just like this. Once your onion is golden brown, next you will be adding your chicken. Actually here I was supposed to add ginger garlic paste, the one I just chopped, but I totally forgot, so I added my chicken. But this is where you should add your ginger garlic. If you forget like me, you can add that later, which I did add later. And here basically I am just adding my ground chicken. As I said before, you can use ground meat. Usually Ghanaian meat pie is made with beef meat. I made my own version if I ran out of meat, so I'm like, why not use chicken? And actually I love chicken more than I love meat, so that's why I added chicken in here. Basically you're gonna add your ground meat and just stir it. I hope you guys are enjoying this video so far. Please, if you like it so far, give it a thumbs up, comment, share, and please subscribe to my channel, as I just made my channel and I'm trying to grow, show you all the recipes I love, and just daily vlogging all about my life in US and in Ghana. I will be going to Ghana very soon. If you guys are interested in seeing more Ghana vlogs, please let me know in the comments below, and do let me know how I am doing so far with this recipe. So here basically I like to fry my chicken with the onion, ginger, garlic for a couple minutes, like 2 to 3 minutes, just to make that smell that meat usually has. If you fry it like this with your oil, ginger, garlic, the smell of the meat comes out. So you would keep stirring it and or frying it like just like this until your meat turns white. If it's chicken, it's gonna turn white. As you can see, it's turning white. If it's ground meat, if it's the meat, it will turn more like black. It looks like it's halfway cooked. Here I added a little bit more chicken. I figured the amount I have is little, and I am trying to make some extra for the next day, so I have some leftovers. And basically I just I fried it for at least 2 to 3 minutes until like all my meat turned white. And that's the best way of basically frying your chicken before you even cook it or boil it with water, which I will do that next. But here I'm just keep frying it until I need all that meat turn white before I add all my spices. This is a very simple recipe, you guys. It literally took me about 20 to 25 minutes. It would have taken me less if my chicken was not frozen. Actually this meat was frozen and I had to defrost it for a long time, and still there was some ice in there. That's why it's taking so long. But if you already take your meat out, let it sit on room temperature, like when it's really soft, then it should not take you that long, especially with chicken meat. With chicken, I mean. And the next I will be adding my spices here. These are all the spices I basically used, the one that I just showed in the beginning of the video. add all your spices, and the measurement is you could do anywhere from 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon, depend on the amount of chicken you have or the amount of meat you have, and the level of spices you like. For me, I do love my food very spicy. I like pepper and I add a lot of my spices, so that's why I did use everything 1 tablespoon. Again, salt, I used 1 teaspoon. And basically you're just gonna stir, mix all the spices and make sure it's all mixed well, really well. This part you have to get all those spices well mixed well. Mix all the spices really well. Make sure stir, and I will be adding a little bit water here, 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. If you have meat, you will be adding a little bit more water, but chicken does not require a lot of cooking. That's why I added 2 to 3 tablespoons of water, and I am going to cover the lid. And the heat, I'm choosing medium to low, and just cook that for 10 minutes. And here I'm adding my not green, but yellow pepper. I usually cook with green pepper. I did not have green pepper on hand, so I used yellow pepper. Yellow pepper and ginger garlic, I also added it now because I totally forgot to add it in the beginning. This is where I'm adding my ginger and garlic paste with my yellow pepper. And just make sure you stir it very well. And here it's almost done, guys. I'm just trying to make sure there's no water or any moisture left, because it needs to be really dry as possible, as we will be using this meat filling for the pie, and you don't want the filling to be too watery. It has to be as dry as possible. That's all I'm trying to make sure it's completely dry, but it's cooked at this point. So I'm using a ready-made pie crust, which I bought it from my supermarket. It saves so much time, and I don't have to create the whole pie crust from the scratch, which takes so much time. So I'm just using a medium bowl. I have this round bowl, and I'm using that to just create the circles for the meat. I got four actually. Got 4 meat pies from one whole crust that I bought. And this leftover part, I'm just gonna use that as well. I made it in a dough, like a small dough, and then later I used that for a meat pie as well. So in total, I got 4 pies from one crust, which is really good. And I'm basically now doing the filling, all the chicken filling. I like my meat pie with a lot of meat, guys. I had some meat pie in Ghana which were almost empty, and I was so mad. Like, why would you make meat pie with so less meat? My meat pie, when I bake my meat pie, is full of meat. Every bite you take, you will have meat in your mouth with every bite. I cannot eat meat pie so empty. I understand people there, they have their business, the meat is expensive. I totally get that. But hey, when you make meat pie, it has to have a lot of meat. And here I'm just doing the egg wash, showing you how I took one egg, beat it, and do your egg wash on top of the meat pie so you get that beautiful golden color. And I'm just doing some holes for the meat pie design, whatever you call it. Just it looks pretty and it helps with the baking quick. And I'm doing the same thing on the second meat pie. So here I'm doing the exact same thing, filling the next meat pie with meat, with my meat or the meat filling, and just gently press the corners with your finger. You don't need to press it too hard. If some comes out, that's totally fine. You just press it gentle and then use the fork to press it down a little bit more just to get that design, that shape. I was doing it so quick. I was so tired. I was in the kitchen all day cooking and doing so many other things. So I'm just going quick with that. And then I do my egg wash just like that. And the next, that's how I baked it. I got 6 meat pie in my one large cast iron. I put foil under and just bake it for 10 to 15 minutes. I like my meat pie a little bit dark brown, so I baked mine for 20 minutes. And look at that, you guys. So beautiful, golden brown, crispy. I love my meat pie extra crunchy. That's why I baked it for 20 minutes, but you do not have to bake it for 20 minutes if you don't like it dark like that. If you love my video, please like, subscribe, and share. Love you all.